What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? Um, for this live stream, I will be talking about just the GI Joe movie, Snake Eyes movie. The GI Joe Snake Eyes movie wasn't a bad movie, in my opinion, be, because it seemed like to me that some people is giving that movie a bad rap, but the movie is actually a good movie, in my opinion. I actually like the GI Joe movie. The um, the GI Joe movie, Snake Eyes movie had just a good action, good choreography, and just for me, right, that some of the people that didn't even see the movie and they actually judging it, and kind of like, in my opinion, kind of like, and just in my opinion, it seemed like how can I say this? It kind of sounded like, in my opinion, some people judging it based on stuff that's not their expertise, and some people are just following the pack. Seems like, in my opinion, and and there for me, right, in my opinion, the choreography, right, the choreography in the G.I. Joe movie, just are pretty good. Just for an origin movie, the choreography was actually pretty good in my opinion. Because it seemed like it to me that some people like it, some people didn't. But to me, in my opinion, everything like that. But it seemed like to me, in my opinion, it seemed like people just like to follow the train. Seemed like on certain stuff, and that is wrong in my opinion. And kind of for me, in my opinion, kind of like that, based on movies that I saw this year. I was talking about two, three movies this year. I saw the Fast and Furious movie, Fast and Furious 9. I saw that one. That was a pretty good movie. It was a pretty good movie, I think, in my opinion. And plus the other one that I actually like is and kind of like the other movies that I like. It's kind of like, how can I say this? Kind of like, in my opinion, everything like that based on movies, shows, choreography, everything like that. In my opinion, it's actually good. The choreography and stuff in the movies is actually good in my opinion. But then some people some people might not agree with me on that. Some people will. But that but in my opinion, like I actually like, and plus I actually like some of the how can I say this? How can I say this without being mean? That I actually like some of the choreography based on movies, shows coming out. And they said like the new Transformers was coming out. Um, they're supposed to be separate in a like in a separate universe, which is kind of confusing to me because it seemed like it to me that the choreography and everything like that based on movies, shows, everything like that, it is like I thought the Transformers there's something like rebooting. But the thing is, I don't see the rebooting part, which is the big old confusing part about it. which is wrong, I think, in my opinion. Because it kind of like for me, right? If you're gonna have a problem with everything with certain movies, Black Widow movie, and the Black Widow movie, everything like that, where everybody just got a problem with, and and kind of like for me, it's like I pretty much stand with Scarlett. Okay, what's okay, Dot? What's okay, Dot? And and could how you feel about the Disney thing, Disney situation? Because like for me, right, I feel like Disney shouldn't have changed stuff based the contract they had. Like in my opinion, sound like sound like for me, I just heard like most Disney people just taking Disney side. Some people just don't say nothing at all, which is wrong in my opinion. Because like for me, if you got a contract with somebody that say theaters, it supposed to be theaters only. But the thing is, like some people online, some people online, in my opinion, they just keep on saying, talk about some Scarlett got her money, Scarlett got her money. That's just her salary. Yep, yep. Man, you just on the same page on that one. But the thing, in my opinion, is it sounds like some people are so Disney that some people just can't see. Yep. WB did this. They paid all the directors. Sound like yep. That because you look at WB, WP had paid Patty, James Gunn, Nolan, everybody that had movie coming out on streaming. WB did it. WB pay them. WB had cut the check. But with Disney, Disney made more money than Warner Brothers, and they didn't even did that, which is wrong in my opinion. But the thing is, it sounds like some people is so biased just for Disney. I think, in my opinion, is that people don't even see the wrong that Disney do, which is messed up, in my opinion. And that just wrong in my opinion. But that just wrong because you can't be so pro over a company. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You do got a point there. No other MCU movie is going to yep, yep. Because you got me there. No other MCU movie going to streaming. Just heard so far. If Shang-Chi Eternal doesn't go to streaming, they need to compensate Scarlet for sure. Yeah, but the thing about that is, like I think those other movies coming out like in the fall time. I think, and Shang-Chi was coming out soon too. I'm just gotta figure out when Shang-Chi was coming out. Because like I know that Shang-Chi was coming out like in August, September, I think, or something like that. But I'm not sure about which the date. When is Shang-Chi coming out? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Shang-Chi coming out. Shang-Chi and Eternals won't make a lot in theaters, but it's strange how she's the only one who went to stream. Yeah, yeah. That is a strange one right there because we all know that Scarlet, that Black Widow movie, this would have made a lot of money. Just in the first week before we seen the movie, and based on the hype, everything like that. Like I think, yeah. So you do got a point there. But the thing about and this is Shang-Chi movie coming out September 3rd. But the thing that does by on September 3rd, everything just might die down, everything like that. And plus, the Eternals coming out up in November, I think too. And that's near the end of the year, and that when everything just might slow down. Everything like I think, in my opinion, and that is wrong. I think, in my opinion, to put her movie on streaming. I think, in my opinion, and just in my opinion about the whole thing, it sounds like Disney Disney is the kind of company that you need your lawyers and stuff that, just to get the contract to make sure that Disney just ain't just not doing nothing dirty, everything like that. Because like in my opinion, I think Disney was shady for that, just for making the movie streaming and make it a streaming and movie theaters without compensating the big old director and Scarlett. Because like for me, right, if so I just with Disney, and plus I knew that I was putting the movie on streaming, um, is that Disney should have cut the check to Scarlett and say, "This is your half right here. This your half. This all your half right there." In my opinion, this your money. This your check. Everything like that. In my opinion, but it seemed like it to me that Disney had this one do some slick stuff, and I hope that Scarlett just want to do nothing or say nothing. But things like Disney was wrong because they must sound like Scarlett numbers. Um, it would have seemed like to me that the Scarlett Johansson read her contract. Disney and but the contract say it's supposed to be exclusive. Yep, and that Disney response was petty. It was savage, but that response was petty. Okay, I'll see you later. I'll see you later, kid. I'll see you later. And plus, I got to find that article. Though. I got to find that article that Disney had gave because that article was petty. Their response was petty and savage at the same time. God, dog, man. God, dog, it just seemed like to me that shoot, just for all that, bro, all that, they give a whole lot of stuff, man. I think, in my opinion, they give a whole lot of stuff, in my opinion, man. Man, man, so that response was petty, but that response was savage at the same time because they put everything, hey, down. Me trying to find that article 6 days ago. Shoot, because that article, man, because shoot, because it seemed like to me it seemed like to me, in my opinion, that it seemed like to me that they don't even care about Scarlett just by that response they give. They tell us that she got her salary, she got her money, and they just not even caring. And that was a bad response, I think, in my opinion. That was a real bad response, I think, in my opinion. What's up, Philip? What's up? That well, you having the good day? Was your day good? If you want to come in, I got the I got the link up top, but I'll put down another link. That because it seems like for me everything like that Disney don't care about their people. Seem like to me that and that was wrong. I think in my opinion that's a wrong thing. I think they did. That was so wrong, which I think they did, man. They did her wrong because you look at it, the Scarlett Johansson, which is wrong, I think in my opinion. That I'm about to read this article right quick. Yeah, damn, Disney did Scarlett wrong, bro. They did her wrong, I think in my opinion. But but, but some people might think I'm crazy though. It's this is actress Johansson had a lawsuit in Los Angeles Superior Court. Alleges breach her contract, releasing the highly anticipated superhero film Black Widow on the streaming service Disney Plus. Okay, the film was simultaneously on the service and in theaters, which was a dumb decision. Well, I think in my opinion, it was a dumb decision to do that. But the thing for me, sound like some people might agree, some people might not agree. But time for me, like I think that was a dumb decision. Just for Disney to put it in theaters and live, that was dumb. I think in my opinion. So like simultaneously, that was a broke agreement in between the star and the company. This suit alleges that Johansson, a lead at her salary, will be based large part in the film box office. Okay, I understand that as an actor. So like some people just want their own stuff, just by box office, everything else like that, which I think in my opinion, which was a good smart business move by Scarlett, just until you know the company that you're working for, Disney, which was the dumbest thing I ever heard of. And to maximize the receipt, therefore protected her financial interest, Mrs. Johansson. Oh, shoot. These are bonuses saying like she supposed to be getting, and Disney, and Disney not even trying to give her bonus and nothing like that, which is wrong, which I think in my opinion. Um, but Disney responded on Thursday, said there is no merit whatsoever to this filing. The suit is especially sad, distressing, and its callous regard to the horrific prolonged global effect. But no, are you not Disney? Not Disney. No, they shouldn't be using no pandemic to just try to defend themselves. They know they shouldn't be doing that. You know you shouldn't be using no pandemic just to try to defend yourself. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard of for Disney. Because you owe the lady money, pay her her money. Pay her her money. Y'all might not like me for saying it. Disney people who might be watching on the replay, but that's what Disney need to pay her her money. Things that sound like some people might not agree, some people will, but they might me it sounds like paying her her money. And Disney fully complied with Major Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow Disney Plus will premiere as it has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation, which is not true because because that was true. Like they said that Scarlett Johansson wouldn't be trying to come in and sue him right now. Come on now. We all know Disney lying about this. We know this. Their business. They try to save money any way possible they can. The suit comes pivotal moment for Hollywood pandemic severed, but you know the rest. It's just like that they wanted some kind of compensation for this stuff, everything like that, which is a dumb decision by Disney. They have put it on Disney Plus for a reason. They put it on Disney Plus to just try to save money. But the thing is for me, it sounds like it came back and bite me in the butt once again. Came back and bite me in the butt once again because we all know the deal with Disney is that we should all do your contract. Look at the contract. Just don't break your contract because that's what if Disney knew if Disney if Disney knew that the contract stay theater first. Okay, Philip. Okay, I see you next one, bro. That but but the thing about for me and dealing with this Disney thing is that Disney just admit that Disney just admit that they wrong. They just admit that they wrong. Disney admit um Disney just admit they made a mistake and just admit, in my opinion, just admit in my opinion, if you um if you made a contract and you broke it, it's consequences for it. It's like some people could agree, some people not agree. But the thing about for me, it's like I feel that Disney just don't even know that Disney's so big and Disney think to some people heads, some people to something in it is that they think they can't do no wrong. I think my opinion. But the thing is, it's like I think Disney is not that bad. But then my opinion is it sounds like that Disney need to um that Disney might need to change their image on certain stuff. I think in my opinion. But the thing is like some people probably could agree is that Disney is that's doing right. Some people agree Disney wrong. But in my opinion, I think Disney is wrong. Yep, yep, and Disney is evil for that too. Yep, yep. You and me that's on the same page dealing with that. Because like for me, right, if you made a contract just with somebody, this is business. And and, and, and that's why I went to school for business. And plus we all know is that your word and your image of your business could be hurt just just with one deal. Everything like that. Deal with business, deal with famous person, normal person. But we all know that your business could go down based on one business deal going wrong. We all know this. And Disney know this. And why would Disney put on Disney Plus knowing up in the contract that Scarlett Johansson didn't have no contract written up for Disney Plus stuff? Yep, yep. It did ruin Mulan, and that was one of my top and 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 those one of my favorites. How can I say this? Disney is one of my favorite type of Mulan is one of my favorite stuff. It's one of my favorite animes that I like looking at. But the thing is, sound like some people Disney did some shady, dirty stuff. But the thing about for me, right, it's like sounds for me. It sounds like Disney find a way to ruin good stuff. It's like some people might not agree with me on that, but the thing is for me, it's like Disney find a way to ruin stuff. They do. You could agree, not agree. But the thing about me is like Disney find ways to ruin certain stuff. Disney find ways to make some stuff good. But the thing is, it's like Disney might need to stay out the way of certain creators. Some like the Doctor Strange first one. Sound like the first Doctor Strange movie. They had made it. They made it H1 a lady, and plus the H1 supposed to be an Asian man doing that doing that movie. Because for me, right, I actually bought the Doctor Strange animated movie, and that's one of my favorite Marvel animated movies of all times. Or Marvel. It's not better than DC movies, but just for a Marvel movie, it did. But I take WB over Disney. I mean, like I like Disney tape, but WB over Disney. Yep, I agree with you for that. Uh, because like for me, right, WB seem like they work with their creators and with their talent much better than Disney, which is a bad sign in my opinion for some people for me to say, but it's true. It's a real bad thing for me to say, but the thing is, but it's true though, is that Disney do not know how to work with their talent. They don't. Y'all probably can agree or disagree with it, but the thing is, like Disney do not know how to work with their talent sometimes. Disney need to learn how to work with their talent, and they need to learn that everything don't come just don't come free. I think, in my opinion, sound like some people agree, some people might not agree with me, but that's what, just in my opinion, that we all know, in one way or another, we all know one way or another is that Disney need to learn how to work with their creators and not be too, how can I say, controlling to a point. Sound like the Doctor Strange movie. Sound like the Doctor Strange movie wasn't. How can I say this? How can I say this? The Doctor Strange movie wasn't as tight as it could have been. Because you look at it, that on the Mortal fight scenes, everything like that, could have been better. Could have been good, man. But Disney found a way to make stuff. Oh man, how can I say, kitty? Because you notice, like in, how can I say, the Spider-Man movies, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies is actually better. I think, in my opinion, this than the Tom Holland one, which is sad for me to say, but it's true. It's true though that on the Disney movies, that animated Doctor Strange movie is better than the. It sounds like it's better than, how can I say this? How can I say this? It's better than a live action one at some points. The animated Doctor Strange movie, because you look at it, the animated Doctor Strange movie just had more action. They had a training to it, but it seemed like to me it's like seemed like Disney, everything like that. They just think about just trying to take everything, just instead of them just trying to how can I say this without being mean? God, the people just I think I'm being mean about Disney. But the thing about for me, right, it sounds like Disney don't know how can I say this? They don't know how to treat their talent. I think to a certain point. Because you look at some of the properties, something like Star Wars, they ruined Star Wars. I said, what in the world is going on? Because I was looking at that, I say, in my opinion, that's not Star Wars. So like, people just might think I'm crazy. People just might think I try to be a gatekeeper what Star Wars was not. But in my opinion, that's not Star Wars. Because you notice, now hear me, wait a minute, I gotta read this. Now hear me out. I thought the Lion King was okay, but Mulan was trash. But worse now, if they ruin Leo and Stitch, I'm done with it. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. They supposed to making a Leo and Switch, a Leo and Stitch live stream. It cannot do that. I like the animated one. Why is it making a live action? That make no sense. If the Lion King right action I think was pretty good, but then it wasn't like the animated one, but it still was good. But Mulan was trash. It just went average. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh shucks. Oh shucks. Nonsense, man. I gotta look at the movie. I got to review it. If it trash, then people is gonna be mad at me. People is gonna be mad at me for saying if this movie trash because because that's what I can already see it coming. Because damn about it, the thing about Disney products is like you can't even say it's average no more. You can't even say that the MCU is average or the MCU fanboys will come for you. If you try to say that the heavies live action ones is trash just a Disney fan, they would try to come for your neck. I say, what in the world is going on? And that is messed up in my opinion. That is messed up and that is wrong in my opinion. For just for Disney fans who can't see, who who can't even see past their own bias, which I think in my opinion. And they're making a Leo and Stitch, man, shoot, man. If we can't even get half of the, if we can't even get a, if we can't even get a Blade movie that is rated R, but you making a Leo and Stitch, if we making a Leo Stitch live action, man, come on, man, that make no sense in my opinion. Yep, yeah, that's what I got. HBO Max, yeah, because I got that too. Yeah, because by Friday or Saturday, I might be having to watch party. I got me doing that like on Saturday, just on the day the movie come out. I think like on the 6th, and and plus you look at it, HBO Max has something different for everybody. It has stuff for kids, it has stuff for adults, it has stuff for horror, action, everything else like that. And HBO actually give you shows with stakes and stuff in it. And HBO Max to me is actually a better streaming service than Disney. Like kids shows that was on Paramount Plus. It's all right. I seen that one of my friends had Paramount Plus. The service is all right, but the thing is, it sound like the because then for me, right, it's like I got to think about how many service I get, and that's the problem. Because you look at it, it's too many streaming services coming out. They got one for Peacock, they got HBO, they got Disney, got Netflix. But that's what I got Netflix and I got HBO Max. I got to think about my third streaming service I might be getting. It's like Paramount Plus or Disney. It's out of those two. The thing about Disney, like I only I only buy Disney just for the Mandalorian seasons or just for a good how can I say this? Or just for a good um just for good Star Wars shows. Marvel and Star Wars shows. That's the only reason why I be getting Disney Plus, even just even if it's offer to me, in my opinion. Be, be, because you look at it, like in my opinion, it sounds like the Disney Plus movies. Actually, some of them actually good, some of them not. But thing about for me, right, it sounds like the thing about me, right, it sounds like the Paramount Plus is a new service, but the thing about it sounds like why wouldn't Paramount Plus just put their movies on Netflix or just on HBO? Because thing about for me, it was cheaper for them, I think, just to put it on. Ooh, Our House. I think I seen that one. I probably gotta look that up. Have me look it up to make sure. Because thing about it, it was so many shows I seen. I just see a little bit of it, but the thing about I just ain't finished looking at it. I just ain't finished looking at that one. The Our House, it sounded like a good show. I think it was pretty good. The first episode was pretty good, but the thing about it, it sounded like I was too busy just trying to catch up on anime stuff, Dragon Ball Z, everything else. In my opinion, I tried to catch up on, which is a whole lot of stuff. It's a whole lot of stuff, man. There's a whole lot of stuff you try to catch up on. It's too many movies and stuff like that to catch up on streaming services. And that's the kind of thing that I was afraid of doing the show. Because the thing about it, I kind of sensed that it was something about that. But the thing is, since you confirm it, I'm pretty much right then. And that is, and kind of like for me, everything else like that. It seemed like for me, everything else, like in my opinion, it seems like the shows every night is going for diversity instead of just that for me and just try to tell the best story possible, which I think in my opinion, which is the worst thing possible. I think in my opinion, because you can't go for diversity and you can't even tell a good story, and that just me in my opinion. And that is the worst I think in my opinion that people could do. It sounds like just try to tell a story just about diversity. I think in my opinion, which is bad. And kind of like for me, right? If you are trying to put diversity without you try just try putting the work just the character how can I say this? Just as the characters everything like that. How can I say this without being me without the characters being gay, black, white, Spanish, everything like that, which is bad in my opinion. Which is the worst thing I think in my opinion, man, which is the worst thing that you probably could think of. Which I think in my opinion sounds like Do you have some? No, I don't have no LGBT right. No, because for me, I'm not gay or not like that. Um, Kind of like for me, right? It's kind of like Disney had good ones in between, but the thing is, it's not actually popular, which is the worst thing I think, in my opinion. Though for some people, and kind of like for me, in my opinion, everything kind of like for me, in my opinion, everything like that, it sounds like Disney should stop trying to just try to say that just try to tell them just by people. Just don't say they gay or not, man. Just just tell about characters, personalities, and stuff like that. Seven around, just being friends and stuff like that. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad. But the thing like me, it sounds like the masters on the masters of this universe show is actually bad. The Masters of the Universe show is actually a bad show. But but that's what I seen people just trying to defend the show to me, and other people talking something. It's a He-Man movie. It's not a He-Man movie. It's not a He-Man show. But Disney, some SJ writers, fanboys. Oh yeah, Disney do have fanboys. They got a lot of them. Because you look at it, it sounds like Disney don't even try to. I think, in my opinion, just to put the writers in check. Just tell your writers, just worry about good stories. Just worry about good stories, good character development, and good seasons. And what is so hard about good character development? But it seems like in Disney is seem like Disney just try to do their own thing, but that's what it's not working. Sound like Star Wars. Disney Star Wars, they had erased a whole lot of lore. They erased a whole lot of lore, man, from that show. They erased a whole lot of it, man. Sound like some people might not agree, but they had erased a whole lot of lore to that, just to the show. They erased a whole lot of them. It sound like people might agree or disagree with it, but Disney and me have erased the lore for them to try to make their own, which I think, in my opinion, they failed tremendously. They had failed tremendously, in my opinion. They had failed. So I'm like, y'all can see if they not failing or not, in y'all opinion. And if I forgot to say, Disney killed Blue Sky. Oh yeah, yeah, that was a good studio though. And Disney just put it right across the wall. They just put it. They just killed that studio host. But then the Blue Sky Studios, that is still a good studio, Blue Sky. But it seems like to me is that Disney don't like people just try to challenging their order. Seem like, in my opinion, if you look at it, it sounds like Disney just like the people that disagree with them, which is wrong, in my opinion. Because think about it, you should see people that disagree with you, which I see that you should disagree with people if you do. If we disagree with people, then okay. And that just me, in my opinion, sound like some people to me, in my opinion, is such Disney fans, is that is that they can't see no wrong with what Disney is doing, which is a bad, which is a bad precedent for a company. Because for me, if I had company, I just was trying to I just trying to prove on stuff, which you do, which you could have, I think, in my opinion, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad, everything like that. And time for some people might not like me saying this, but that's what you should be trying to Disney Disney should be trying to have company good companies and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, but things like some people might not agree with it. Some people might not agree with it, in my opinion. But the things, in my opinion, sound like if Disney learn how to be friendly with other companies and with their talent, is that less people just when we're talking about them, and less people would not, in my opinion, less people, in my opinion, will not be that will not be like spreading rumors or something. It's a bad company. It's a bad company that you shouldn't be working with and stuff like that, which is bad. I think, in my opinion, this was somebody for the outside can tell what kind of company you is, and that is a real bad example. That is bad, I think, in my opinion. Which I think, in my opinion, is good, bad, in between, and stuff like that. Because, like, in my opinion, right, if you can't even tell a good story, in my opinion, then you. Oh no! Wait a minute! Wait a minute now! Wait a minute! The Disney owned Digimon. Oh no! I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I'm finna look that up right now. Whew, boy! I sure hope they don't own it. Please let it be a Japanese company. Please let it be. I think it's a Japanese company. Um. Oh no. Disney don't own Digimon. It is Saban Brand Entertainment. Saban Brands own Digimon. It's not Disney. I'm glad of that. I'm glad Disney don't own Digimon, bro. Be, because that's what if Disney probably owned Digimon, that would be a bad movie. And plus for me, so Bond should work with WB dealing with the Digimon movie. They don't own. I think, in my opinion, which I think, in my opinion, is bad and good at the same time. But the things, in my opinion, sound like some people might agree, some people might not. But the thing about for me is right, Disney don't own Digimon, and I am glad they don't. And plus, the company that's on Digimon is like I think the company that owns Digimon is Saban, and that's true. And I am glad. And pe- people want Disney to do it. People want Disney to do Digimon. That can't be true. That can't be true. That'd be the dumbest thing ever. Um, People want, man, Disney can't even do their own stuff right. How you supposed to trust Disney with a that's the dumbest thing I heard in my life. That's the dumbest thing I heard in my life. Why would you trust Disney to do something when you don't even trust that? That's the worst thing I've ever heard of. Why would you trust Disney to do that? I wouldn't trust Disney to do nothing for me dealing with Digimon because we all know that Disney and Digimon and dealing with stakes is that Disney is not good with it. Look at the MCU. Look at the MCU. They can't even. They don't even put stuff. Man, I hope that jump. People want Disney to do Digimon, and Digimon and but you like the Digimon word. The Digimon word is savage. The Digimon word is just a dog eat dog world that people don't get. And Disney and Disney will not show that. Why is people thinking that Disney will actually show that? They won't show that. If you look at Disney's track record, why would you think that Disney will just will trust that? Disney won't do it. We all know that Disney will not do a good job at Digimon. Look at the word Digimon at. Digimon be just be it sounds like an African safari. The biggest, baddest just be surviving while the little one just try to survive and just try to be down and down low. Sound like in my opinion, um, sound like in my opinion that Disney cannot take it. In my opinion, I will not give Disney a right to make a Digimon movie. In my opinion, is that when people just don't get sound like the Pokemon world is much more civilized than the Digimon world. It is that people need to stop getting it confused. In my opinion, which is my thing, because it seems like people believe that how can I say this? People believe everything that they see like on the shows and stuff like that, and which is a bad thing in my opinion. That just me. In my opinion, it sounds like people always assume that Digimon and Pokemon is the same. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the same. And Digimon to me, and Digimon to me is actually it's actually good. And for the Digimon show, it's actually better than the Pokemon show. It sounds like pe- people don't want to admit it. Is that the Digimon show is actually a better it's actually a better stuff, I think, in my opinion. And it's wrong, I think, in my opinion, for people just assume that the Digimon stuff won't actually be good, which I think, in my opinion, no, and that it won't be good, in my opinion, to some people might think. But the thing is, like, I still think the movies will be good, everything like that. And Disney take the Family Guy, but they keep the Simpsons. Wait a minute, that makes no sense. How you take out Family Guy, but you keep the Simpsons? That makes no sense. That makes no sense, though. That makes no sense. because you gotta take out Family Guy, but you keep the Simpsons. On both of them, there is similar shows. There is similar shows though. I don't get how you do that. I don't get how you do that in my opinion. Because you just can't take out Family Guy, but you keep Simpsons. You got to keep all both because you're supposed to give people the freedom to choose which one they want. Because you cannot be saying to someone you want this, you want that, but you do the opposite, which I think, in my opinion, is wrong. Which I think, in my opinion, is wrong. Which I think, in my opinion, some people might not like me for saying it, but that's what keep your Family Guy show on there. If you can't take the joke, then you don't look at the show, and that just me. And that just me, in my opinion, about the whole universe thing, everything else like that. Which I think, in my opinion, it sounds like some people think that I'm wrong. That shows I'm wrong for my opinion. And American Dad. Wait a minute now. I like that show too. How you take out American Dad though? You took down American Dad? Really? Now Disney just gets too sensitive now. Now they get too sensitive. I think, in my opinion, they getting too sensitive. It sounds like some people might not agree around that, but that's what you shouldn't be taking out American Dad though. American Dad is actually a good show, but but the thing about it is, like, Disney claimed to be a family company, and plus we all know that Fox don't deal with family friendly stuff half of the time, and WB might need to come in and just get some of them shows and say, give me those, or Netflix probably can get them. And some, like, the Marvel stuff that's supposed to be coming up soon. It's like the Shang-Chi trailer, the the future stuff supposed to be coming up, which I would like to be coming up in the movies, is Shang-Chi. This movie right here is one of the movies I am excited to see because the trailer looked good. This is one of my only favorite stuff. I like because, like, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I like that one. WandaVision, waste my time. Loki was good, but that's what every kind of confusing at times. But it was good. But this movie right here, I hope this movie could actually give me some. It can give me some directions to what this character story is, and probably can go, in my opinion. And I am interested in watching Shang-Chi, but the one movie and what the one movie in Marvel I'm not interested in seeing is the Marvels. Miss Marvel, she does a copycat of Mr. Fantastic. She got different stuff, but she's still a copycat of Mr. Fantastic. But her story different, but that's what she stretches, Mr. Fantastic stretches. But that's what she just younger, which is the worst thing about it, in my opinion. Is like some people just can't admit that some stuff with Disney is not good, but that's what not everything Disney make is good, and for the fanboys might need to learn that. And this my beef, right? Just with the Shang-Chi movie, right? If this is the Shang-Chi, right, and this had connected all the way back to Iron Man 1. Why didn't this movie came out before Iron Man 1? This is my whole beef with Marvel. Marvel always goes back with their new movies, which is dumb but good at the same time. I'm interested in seeing it, but the thing about it, but the thing about Kevin Feige keep on going back to the past by his old movies because we know that our main villain is the Mandarin. And how in the world did we not got this movie at the Iron Man 2 or 3? We should have been got this movie, man. Because we got this movie too late. This sounds like the Black Widow situation. We get the movies too late. And we should have been got this movie. It's bad. It's good in the way that we're getting it, but bad because anybody Robbie Downey Jr. is not in the movie. I thought Kevin Feige said that he has a. Yep, sure. I thought so too. Because anybody, in my opinion, if you look at the movies and stuff like that of the Iron Man comics, is that the Mandarin and plus man, I thought he had a plan too, but the thing about his plan is like I stopped to doubt his plans a little bit. But his plans is good to a point. But in my opinion, the thing about it, in my opinion, it's like I feel that the plans and movies don't even be good half the time, and he just think about himself, which I think in my opinion is bad. In my opinion, which is bad. I think in my opinion, but then about it, his plan sucks. I think in my opinion so far in his new phase, be, 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 because then about if you look at it, it the Mandalorian, it's the Mandarin and it's the Mandarin his plan and everything like that, supposed to so called be his arch nemesis. Then in my opinion, then why wasn't he been introduced into the MCU? If he's supposed to be Tony Stark, then he's supposed to be Tony Stark type of villain, arch villain, like I'm supposed to be in the comics, which is a bad and a good, which is a bad and good in my opinion. That we getting it so late, which is wrong. I think in my opinion, something. Why we getting it so late if you knew that he was a villain, Iron Man main villain, which is if the Mandarin Shang-Chi father is the Mandalorian villain, then that means that Shang-Chi should have been. It just should have been up in these movies. I think, in my opinion. But the thing about my opinion on it, some people might not like it. Some people might not like it. But that's what changed that Kevin Feige plan is backwards. The thing about it sound like some people might not like me saying it, but that's what some of his plans is kind of messed up, which is bad. I think in my opinion, some of his plans to be messed up. I think in my opinion, which I think in my opinion could be good, could be bad. But then what is y'all plan about? Which I think in my opinion is could be good. But you do not Disney want that Disney. Yeah, yeah. I kind of figured that they wanted Chinese money, but the thing is, if they wanted the Chinese money, in my opinion, earlier, then that's what they should have made the Shang-Chi movie first. They should have made the Iron Man movie. The Iron Man movie came in, stayed in the MCU. If you'll make a Hawk movie for that, then you do that. Then you make the Shang-Chi movie in phase one. I think, in my opinion, that was smart to make the Shang-Chi movie in phase one, not in phase four after Iron Man gone. Which is kind of backwards, but then, in my opinion, sound like it's kind of backwards to a point, and that just me, in my opinion, about the whole MCU as a whole. It sounds like the MC, the if this was DC or anybody else, that the people would have been saying also, it's out of order. Warner Brothers, Sony, everybody just out of order with their movies. But that's what Disney been out of order for the longest. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad. But just in my opinion, it's about some people just that think that Disney could do no wrong, which is which could be no farther than the truth. I think, in my opinion, it sound like some people might not like me for saying it. It sound like some people might not, which I think, in my opinion, could be bad. But the thing is, the what y'all think? How much money this movie can make? Because for me, I think this movie probably can make at least about 500 million or 550. The highest movie can make is about 700. That's my rating for it. That how much money it probably can make. But the thing is, it sounds like some people is it sounds like some people think this movie probably can't go, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad. But the thing about me is about 550 million is my lowest, or 500 million, but my highest is about 750 million. That's my high for a new character. If it made more than that, and that's what. Hats off to the character. Hats off to it. I don't get how you can hate a movie. Um, this movie right here look like it's gonna be a good movie. I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, sound like some people just hate on movies, just hate on it because because they think the movie gonna be woke, some kind of woke. That's what the movie. He is a Chinese person, and it's changing a whole lot of stuff that wasn't in the 70s. It's not as cheesy as everybody think it's gonna be. You look at the trailer, it's not cheesy. It's kind of serious to a point. Unlike most, unlike most MCU movies who just got jokes and stuff that some people might not agree with me on, but that's what they do, got jokes in them. And that just me, in my opinion, about the MCU. That some movies got too much jokes in it, and this movie seems like it's gonna be serious, and this gonna force Shang-Chi to come out the shadows and for him to show his skills and stomp his opponent. It sounds like people might not. It sounds like some people might not agree with it, but that's what this me. Sound like you can't hate on a movie based on the trailer, which it didn't show you no kind of woke stuff in it. Which I think, in my opinion, it didn't show you nothing. Which I think, in my opinion, it didn't show no woke stuff. It just showed people fighting. It just showed him just trying to do certain stuff. I think, in my opinion, sound like It does try to show him go through life. It does showing him just showing him stand up to his father. His father's a mafia boss, but that's what but that's what you just can't choose your family though. You can't choose your family. If you look at this movie could be a big old surprise hit. Just for all this hating on it, because you look at the big old Wonder Woman movie, the Wonder Woman movie just had a whole lot of hate to it too. If you look at it, if you look at the first Wonder Woman movie that came out, that movie had a whole lot of hate just to the movie. Sound like sound like the movie had hate to it, which is wrong. But the movie had a whole lot of hate to the movie, and just if people find out it was good, people start looking at it, and that movie could have made more than it did if it wasn't for the hate and the DC thing, and the DC hate wasn't in it. I think, in my opinion, Wonder Woman 84 was okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I still like the first Wonder Woman better than the second one, but the second one still was good. But the thing about me, it is like I feel people give it too much hate. If you look at it, the Wonder Woman movie actually it actually was good. If you look at it, the Wonder Woman movie actually actually showed Maxwell Lord a lesson. It had a lesson to it. The Wonder Woman movie actually had a lesson to it. The uniform movie has showed times on you might want stuff back where you want it, but that's what you can't change, and you can't change certain stuff, even if you want to. You might want to change certain stuff, but you can't change certain stuff because think about it. If somebody died, but you might want to change it, but you can't. And plus the stone had consequences to it too. If you look at it, the stone had consequences to it. It sounds like some people might not want me to hear it, but the movie had lessons into the movie and every actually serious. It sounds like and plus the only thing about the Modern 84 movie I was disappointed in, it sounded like the armor. The armor was so easy to break apart. Just would say that saying people just hyping out the armor throughout the movie time some and hold back all of mankind just with cheating out to it. She start tearing through it like with nothing. I say, wait a minute now. How you hyping up an armor when the armor couldn't even hold up cheetah? It don't make sense. In my opinion, unless you're a god or something like that, then I understand. But that's what my opinion. That still don't make no sense. But still for me, I still understand to a point. And and for like me, everything else and stuff like that, it's like I still feel like some people don't. But I still feel like people still don't take responsibility. They're for the hate they give this movie, and this try to say this movie. This try to say this movie is worse than Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel better than this movie. I like Brie Larson and everything like that, but we all know that Wonder Woman 84. But we all know that Wonder Woman 84 is better than Captain Marvel, and Wonder Woman 1 is better than Captain Marvel. And that is my opinion about the whole thing. Sound like the Wonder Woman hate is too much. I think, in my opinion, it is. which I think, in my opinion, it's a wrong thing to do. Which I think, in my opinion, which I think, in my opinion, could be a wrong thing. But the thing for me, in my opinion, about the whole um and put the Marvel updates, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad. But the thing about, for me, is like, I feel the MCU future is bright, but we need the X-Men real fast. We need the X-Men. We need the X-Men movie. We don't need no other Dark Avengers. We need the X-Men inside this universe. It sounds like some people might not agree with me on that, but we do need the X-Men in this universe. Which I think, in my opinion, was the wrong. What's wrong, in my opinion, just for some people to judge certain movies? Sound like the Snake Eyes movie. The Snake Eyes movie is actually, it's not a bad movie. The Snake Eyes movie is not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie, in my opinion. The Snake Eyes movie. The Snake Eyes movie is actually a pretty good movie. Just a pretty good story. And my rating for it is like a, I give it a 4.5 stars. I think, in my opinion, it's a 4.5 stars. I think, in my opinion, that movie. It sounds like some people might not agree with me. Some people will. Do you want Zach or JJ? Okay, okay. Both of them are good at certain stuff. Okay. If we deal with X Men, I'd rather how can I say this? Zack Snyder do it. If we deal like production or something like that, JJ is good at productions, but he not good at finish up a story, and that's why I'd rather Zach right now, because shoot, I do know that Zack Snyder is willing to read comics and take the comics and put it on the page. I'd rather Zack Snyder over in my opinion. This is just my opinion, over J. J. Abrams. I like J. J. Abrams. He is a good director. But time for actions and stuff like that. But time for actions, I I'd rather Zack Snyder, in my opinion. Because you look at the general audience. The general audience pretty much don't care about story. They just care about action. Half of the they just care about the action and stuff like that. You look at the general audience. The general audience don't even care about that, which is wrong, I think, in my opinion. But that's what the audience care about. They care about action and simple story. But that's what Michael Bay. Michael Bay could do X Men. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'll deal with that too. I can live with Michael Bay doing X Men. Because you look at it, sound like Michael Bay got people interested in Transformers. If he can give people interested in Transformers, a franchise that wasn't even up there like for decades and stuff, and it's live action, I could deal with that. But the thing about me doing Michael Bay is sound like we need writers. That we need people to be able to just to reel back Michael Bay, just doing certain stuff he do. But people will say he ruined Team Mutant Ninja Turtle. But he didn't ruin it. because you look at it, um, both of the movies was pretty good. It was pretty good movies, both of them. But the things that sound like some people wanted just went straight for the comics into the movies, but you can't really do that no more, which is the worst thing possible. I think, which is the worst thing possible. I think, in my opinion, is to try to put it for comic to stream because you know that certain general public people would not try to understand that. Michael Bay just had to find a way to make it interesting because the first Ninja Turtle movie was actually good. But the thing about it, some people hate it, some people don't. But that's what for me, I like it. And for my last words before I leave this live stream, um, for my live stream and the last words of live stream is like Star Wars, just when Star Wars and Mandalorian come on and come off. I think in my opinion, it sounds like um the Mandalorian show will be the best show to come out of the Star Wars franchise. If Kathleen Kennedy, if if Kathleen Kennedy come in and just try to interfere and put her own spin to it, the Mandalorian show will be the best one, I think. But it was the thing for me is like if she don't try to put stuff in it, put her own personal agenda in it, then then the show will be good in my opinion. Will be good. And YouTube, Twitch. I see y'all later. I see y'all later and see y'all next stream on Saturday.